Guidelines for proper usage of computer to reduce health problems. To lessen the negative impact of computer and internet on health and safety, the following tips have to be made in practice. Working safely. The use of visual display units and other display screen equipment has been related to various symptoms to do with sight and working posture. These symptoms are often perceived as fatigue of some kind. Applying simple ergonomic principles to the layout of your work area and how you study can readily prevent them. Try to position the monitor to minimize glare and reflections on the screen. Suitable lighting is important. Glare can occur either directly or by reflection from the screen. Glare from windows can usually be eliminated by curtains or blinds or by facing the screen in a different direction. It might be a good idea to make adjustments from time to time during the day as light changes. You should have general lighting by artificial or natural light or both that illuminates the whole room adequately. Checklist for proper workstation design. The DSE regulations detail the minimum standards for workstations. Monitor is an electronic visual unit of a computer. There are different types of computer monitors. Cathode ray tube monitor. CRT monitors employ a stream of intense high energy electrons to form images on a fluorescent screen. A cathode ray tube is basically a vacuum tube containing an electronic gun at one end and a fluorescent screen at another end. From this electronic gun, a process called thermionic emission generates a strong beam of electrons. These electrons travel through a narrow path within the tube with high speed using various electromagnetic devices and finally strike the phosphor points present on the fluorescent screen, thus creating an image. LCD or liquid crystal display monitors. LCD monitor consists of a layer of monochrome pixels arranged schematically between a couple of transparent electrodes and two polarizing filters. Optical effect is achieved by polarizing the light in varied amounts and making it pass through the liquid crystal layer. Two types of LCD technology available, which include the active matrix or TFT LCD, that is thin film transistor liquid crystal display, and a passive matrix technology. Among these, TFT technology is more secure and reliable and generates better picture quality. Light emitting diodes or LED monitors. LED monitors are the latest type of monitors in the market today with flat panel display. It makes use of light emitting diodes for backlighting instead of cold cathode fluorescent backlighting used in LCDs. LED monitors use much less power than CRT and LCD and environmental friendly but expensive. Other core advantages of LED monitors are: they produce images with higher contrast. They have less negative environmental impact when disposed. Lifespan and durability of LED monitors is more than CRT or LCD monitors. Because of the technology, the monitor panels can be made very thin. They do not produce much heat while running. Plasma monitors. Plasma computer monitors are a type of flat panel display that works by sandwiching a neon or xenon gas mixture between two sealed glass plates with parallel electrodes deposited on their surfaces. The plates are sealed so that the electrodes form right angles, creating pixels. When a voltage pulse passes between two electrodes, the gas breaks down and produces weakly ionized plasma, which emits UV radiation. The UV radiation activates color phosphors and visible light is emitted from each pixel. Plasma displays are becoming more than cathode ray tube monitors. Plasma displays are about 1/10 the thickness, around 4 inches, and 1/6 the weight, under 67 pounds for a 40-inch display. They use over 16 million colors and have a 160-degree viewing angle. SCD monitors. SCD, Surface Conducted Electron Emitted Display monitors, have high resolution and flat panel display screens. These display units are composed from an electron emitting array and layer of phosphorus. Array and layer of phosphorus are separated by thin sheet that allows air to pass. SCD consumes less energy in comparison with CRT and it gives higher resolution picture. Touchscreen. Touchscreen computer monitors provide a new way of interacting with your computer with a touch sensitive screen. This allows users to interact directly with the application on screen without the need for a mouse or keyboard. OLED, or Organic Light Emitting Diode. OLED monitor is a thin film of light emitting diode, are much thinner and brighter than LCD or plasma screens. OLED monitors can also be placed on transparent surfaces such as glass, allowing the user to see through them when not active. All monitors rely on a video card that is located on the computer motherboard or in a special expansion slot. The video card processes the computer data into images detail that the monitors can display. Now let us see the major characteristics of a display screen. It should display well-defined characters of adequate size and spacing. It should have a stable image. It should have easily adjustable brightness and contrast. It should be able to tilt and swivel easily to suit the user. It should be free from glare and reflections. It should be able to use a separate base for the screen or an adjustable table. The monitor should be placed 16 to 24 inches away at eye level or slightly at a lower angle. It should be tilted or adjusted the light source and the brightness and contrast settings. The keyboard and the mouse. A keyboard should be tiltable and adjustable from the screen to allow the user to adopt a comfortable working position. Keep a space in front to provide support for the hands or arms of the user. A keyboard should have clear and legible symbols on the keys. The extendable and retractable legs of the keyboard should be used for the comfort of typing. Mouse of the computer must be in a position to easily accessible by the dominant hand of the user. The work surface. The work surface should provide adequate space for the user. It should be a low reflective surface. The space should be of satisfactory size to allow the screen, keyboard, etc. to be flexibly arranged. A properly designed computer table can be used as a better workspace. The work chair. This should have a seat that is adjustable in height with a seat back adjustable in height and tilt. A footrest should be available. Use an adjustable workstation, ergonomic computer chairs. The workstation or environment. The workstation or the environment must do the following: position in a well ventilated room, provide sufficient space for the user or the operator to alter position comfortably. Lighting in the environment must be adequate with suitable contrast between the screen and background. Glare and reflections on the screen should be avoided. Windows should be fitted with adjustable coverings to alter the daylight level. When a workstation is shared by more than one person, it should be assessed in respect of each person. Adopt a good posture. A good working posture is the one which can be sustained with the minimum of static muscular effort. In general, a varied working position is better than a fixed working posture. However, a working position which is static and relaxed is better than one which is static and tense. Your upper body is most comfortable when your back is supported, your head is up, your upper arms are relaxed. Your hands and wrists are most comfortable when your forearm is nearly at a right angle to your upper arm. Your wrist is in a straight line with your hand and forearm. Adjust your seating position. In order to improve your posture, adjust your chair so that your lower back is supported, your knees are level with your hips, your feet are flat on the floor. Your eye level is just above the top of the screen. Tilt your screen if necessary. The screen is directly in front of you, not at an angle. If your arms are raised or your wrists are bent for long, periods of keyboarding, tendon and nerve disorders can result. It is worth learning to touch type because typing encourages the correct positioning of your hand and wrist, so you will not overstrain your forefingers. Remember that using the mouse a great deal can put a strain on your hand and wrist muscles. Sit up straight, feet flat on the floor. Use a footrest if needed. Position your lower arms parallel with the lower to your keyboard, with elbows at your side. Keep wrists straight versus carpal tunnel syndrome. Do not lean into the monitor but sit close enough to the keyboard and the mouse to stay relaxed. Good working habits. Tap on the keys or mouse buttons gently. Avoid long uninterrupted periods of typing. Take short stretch breaks, ideally every 20 minutes, to prevent fatigue. Avoid staring at the monitor for long periods. Take vision breaks. Focus on objects at least 20 feet away. Guidelines for proper usage of computer to reduce damage. Use an automatic voltage regulator. Unplug your system during lightning storms, even if it is surge protected. Disconnect from the internet during lightning storms to protect modems. Avoid octopus connections. Backup to portable devices like CDs, flash drives and diskettes for easy retrieval of files versus accidental file detection, a crash system or hardware failure. Take care of storage devices. Keep away from heat, moisture and magnetic fields like phones and storage. Give frequent breaks. Whenever you can, try to arrange your study to consist of a combination of work on and away from the screen to prevent fatigue and to vary visual and mental demands. Long spells of intensive screen work should be broken up by periods of non-intensive work of a different kind. The nature of your study and the combination of media you are using will determine the length of break you need to prevent fatigue. But as a general rule, you should take breaks before the onset of fatigue, not in order to recuperate. The timing of the break is more important than its length. Short frequent breaks are more satisfactory than occasional longer breaks. A break of 30 seconds to 2 minutes after 24 or 30 minutes of continuous work with a screen and keyboard is likely to be more effective than a 15-minute break every 2 hours. If possible, you should take your breaks away from the screen and avoid activities that requires actions similar to your work, such as writing, crosswords or needlework, for example. Eyes and eyesight. There is no evidence that working with DSE is harmful to the eyes or that it makes visual problems worse, although a few people who have difficulties with their sight may become more aware of them. Working at a screen for a long time without break can have effects similar to reading or writing uninterruptedly, cause discomforts like itching, blurred vision, nausea and fatigue. You might find time to look away from the screen from time to time and focus your eyes on a distant object. Psychological or social problems. Psychological or social problems can be solved by getting away from the computer and talking to others, and by performing deep breathing exercises to release stress.